everybody, welcome to another episode of NU 1900s, the podcast. I am Raven, your fellow Nationalian host, and today is going to be a really interesting topic because we are going to take you back in time where it all began, the history of National University, from its early days to the NU that we know now, the NU that we call home. Today we are joined by our very special guest that will help us revisit NU, the history, the story behind it, and really get to know the National University at its very core. So, ladies and gents, let's give it up for Sir Herbert and Ma'am Beth. Would you like to say hi to our viewers and say a little something about yourself, Bob?
I'll start first. So, hi Nationalians, I'm Engineer Herbert Villaruel, a faculty member from the National University Manila. And recently have been awarded as one of the NU Oval awardees.
Yes! Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you po.
I'm Miss Beth Diaz from the Legacy Office. But for a short introduction, I would like to introduce in a short way. I've started National University way back 1994. So I've started from the basic education as a grade 2 teacher. And then after that, into grade 6, promoted into grade 6, and then many offices na ang nadadaanan po. Okay? And aside from that, medyo hanggang ngayon, nandito pa rin ako, masaya pa rin ako sa NU.
That's really sweet, really beautiful also. Yeah. So since Ma'am Beth, you've been in NU for as long as you can remember, can you tell us something about NU? What was the dream behind the institution? What was the vision behind it?
Actually, guys, our founder had a big vision for the university. So, he had a life purpose. No? Meron siyang purpose talaga para sa NU. Nung naitayo niya ang NU, meron siyang life purpose anyway. So, ito ay gusto niyang ma-achieve hindi dahil sa fame or sa glory na makilala siya. Hindi yun. Kung hindi, ang pinaka-purpose niya is to help uplift the fellow countrymen. So, yung sinasabi niya na tutulungan niya ang bawat Pilipino, ipinadaan niya ito sa edukasyon. Kaya naisip niya na magtayo siya ng isang institusyon na para sa mga Pilipino niya, na which is, ang basic is very accessible. Madaling puntahan. When you say accessible, tama, madaling puntahan at madali itong ma-achieve. When we say achieve, madali nating makuha. So, sabi nga niya, hindi ata siguro ito magmumula para sa mga galing sa public, kung hindi para sa kanyang capacity as a Filipino citizen, para sa kanya talaga manggagaling. That is why, guys, naisip niya na magtayo ako ng isang eskwelahan para makatulong ako sa aking mga kababayan. Kasi na-inspired kasi siya doon sa vision din ni Jose Rizal. No, na sabi nga ni Jose Rizal, edukasyon talaga ang makakatulong sa Pilipinas. Kaya simula noon hanggang ngayon, ito laging ipinagsisigawan natin na talagang mabibigyan tayo ng proper education, quality education. That's it.
Actually, to add to that, ang isa pa sa mga nakaka-inspire sa ginawa ni Don Mariano during that time is, despite his age, at the age of 23 years old, 23, yes, exactly. Imagine, sa time natin ngayon at 23 years old, it's real difficult to build our dreams, right? Imagine during the time, 1900s, Don Mariano started to envision anong kailangan niyang gawin para makatulong sa Pilipino, sa buong Pilipinas. And that's building a institution, a private institution.
Isang paaralan.
Yeah. Also, Ma'am Beth, right? He's not just a teacher, he's not just the director of the entire school, he also cleans the school. Talagang siya yung
humble leader.
Yeah, exactly. Na up until now, yung legacy na yon talagang nai-enjoy pa rin ng mga Nationalians.
That's really nice. I think that's one thing that we should learn from the past,
Yeah.
past leaders. That when you're a leader, doesn't mean that you have to be at the top lagi.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to be humble. You have to know what it feels to be there, what it means to sweep the floors, and I feel like that's really inspiring.
Sure example.
Podcast. Oh, that's really inspiring.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So coming back to NU, what was the reason why it's called National University? Why is it National University?
Back to the vision. Balikan natin yung vision niya. Nasabi nga niya dito is making education accessible. So, intended for the Filipino. Kaya he started Colegio Filipino.
Okay.
Diba? So
it's not National University.
That's not National University.
It's a Colegio Filipino. Kasi, yun naman talaga ang gusto niyang gawin na galing sa puso niya para sa countrymen ko. So, ang ipapangalan ko dito ay para din sa mga Filipino.
Yeah.
Kaya Colegio Filipino. Yan. And then, it follows hindi lang naman, kasi education, no?
Yeah.
Nagtuturo siya education. So, after that, nag-grow kasi nga, because I think word of mouth, kasi wala pa naman talagang social media at that time. Uy, si Mariano nagtuturo. Gustong matuto. Punta kayo doon.
Yeah.
Punta kayo doon at nagtuturo siya. So that's the time na dumami ang kanyang estudyante. Kaya nagkaroon siya ng mga building na, mga rooms, no? May mga rooms na siya. And then after that, naisip niya dahil dumami na, nagkaroon na ng siguro magiging formal education niya. Kaya nagbago uli siya ng pangalan, pinalitan niya ito ng
Colegio Mercantil.
Yes!
Okay, so
Colegio Mercantil.
Yeah.
Okay, so hindi pa rin siya National University.
Hindi pa rin siya National University.
Kasi, he adds more programs. So, mercantile from the merchandise, I think merchandise, so business. Kasi naisip niya, dahil may sinabi nga sa sir na gusto niyang ang mga Pilipino ay
maging financially secured. Kaya yung mga programs offered during that time, after 4 years from Colegio Filipino, Filipino, ang mga programs na in-offer is like, we have accountancy, commerce, so anything related to business, bookkeeping. Yeah, that's the highlight of that era na talagang turuan ang mga estudyante na maging financially secure.
It's really nice. I love the fact that he recognized the progress.
Yeah.
And hindi lang yung, he just thought na, I think I want to build a school. He knew the problem in Russia. And at 23,
nakikita niya what are the needs of the Filipinos, di ba?
able to provide at that age.
Yeah, dinadaan niya talaga to education, proper education. And after that, naisip pa niya, hindi siya huminto sa ganun, hindi siya huminto, tinuloy-tuloy niya lang hanggang nagkaroon ng National Academy. Naging formal. So, naging formal mayoral na siya. May pangalan na talaga, National Academy.
Hindi naging official pangalan niya,
National Academy.
But then, hindi pa natapos doon, from 1916 to 1921, hindi pa siya natapos doon. Naging, of course, meron tayong mga accreditation. So, maybe, he applies for that accreditation and he passed. Nagiging National University
niya.
That is why, from 1921 up to now, we are the National University.
Yeah.
Grabe. It's so refreshing to hear this story. I mean, I've also have taken up the National course and also have heard the story of this. Pero it's really good to be reminded of that. I am so inspired right now. Parang na-pressure ako sa age ko. But grabe na legacy. Pero kung makita niyo po, no, grabe din yung legacy na naiwan niya. And I'm sure the future generations will. Because National University is still thriving because of Zomi. So, and it's really a good example to us fellow Nationalians. Speaking of Nationalians, let's talk about Nationalians naman. What's your favorite trait of the Nationalian? What's one thing that you really admire about the Nationalian? May it be the Nationalian noon or the Nationalian ngayon. Pero what's something that you really admire about the Nationalians? Pwede na po from, of course, Don Mariano. It can be a trait that was passed on to us.
For me as a faculty, as an employee,
Go, Mama.
what I admire get from him is his compassion.
Nakuha ng
Yeah. Nakuha ko sa kanya yon dahil nung napag-aralan namin ang kanyang istorya, merong time noon guys na siyempre ang mga Pilipino hindi mayayaman. pili lang. May mga ilustrado at meron din talaga mga middle na,
Yeah.
di ba? So, itong mga ilustrado, of course, kaya nilang mag-aral kahit saan pa. Pero itong mga nasa mababa, di ba? So, itong si Mariano, nagbigay siya ng chance sa mga ito. So, in a way of scholarship. So, natuloy-tuloy yan, guys. Yung scholarship na yan, natuloy-tuloy na hanggang ngayon. Sa ngayon nga, I think we have thousands of scholars nowadays, no? Siya nagawa niya yon. So, natulungan niya ang mga kapwa niya Pilipino through that scholarship. So, na-admire ko sa kanya yon. And then, aside from that, yung kanyang yung pagkamasipag. Bakit siya naging masipag? Imagine that, nag-start siya ng school. Siya yung he's the founder. Sa ngayon, kung founder ka na, syempre, masyado ka nang nakaupo ng di ba? Pero siya hindi. Wala siyang janitor. After the class, siya ang maglilinis ng school.
Super
inspiring ka. Di ba? So, very siya. Oo. So, very din siya. What do you call that? Very industrious. So, I think kung ipasok natin yan sa core values natin, yung industriousness, I think pwede siya ipasok doon sa resiliency ba? No?
Yes.
Kasi kung hindi ka resilient, hindi ka industrious, I think But I'm sure for that pala. But then, yun yung mga nakikita ko. Nakikita ko para sa akin as an employee na yun yung nakita ko sa kanya na as a Filipino, as an ordinary citizen, gagayahin ko to. Dito, di ba? Kasi ito yung nagkaroon siya ng legacy dahil dito. So, ako, ito yung gagawin ko din. Sana masustain ko habang nasa National University ako. Okay?
And you should read.
Yes.
How about you, Sir Herbert? What's one thing about okay, maybe not one thing. What's something about the nationalists that you truly admire?
One thing I admire, siguro in a perspective, lalo ngayon na I'm handling Generation Z and I'm part of millennial. I was molded by a generation that's older. So, mas ako nakita ko yung both generations So, ang na-admire ko ngayon sa ng mga nationalians ay yung pagiging resilient. Also, we have heard to Ma'am Beth earlier. Resilience, na ipakita na to ni Don Mariano. Imagine, for 125 years, and you still striving for excellence. Until now, isipin mo from 1900s up to this year, 2025, talagang napatunayan ng National University kung ano yung kayang i-deliver na we're not just into sports, we are actually providing quality education. So,
and we are now being recognized for our research.
Yes, exactly. At part yan ng ating vision, right? To be recognized internationally both in teaching and research. So, yung pagiging resilient ng mga nationalians, kasi na-instill sa atin ni Don Mariano yan Hindi lang naman sa mga estudyante, pati na rin dun sa mga faculty members, sa mga employees, non-teaching. Sa lahat, it's a collective effort. Pero, napakalaking bagay na isa sa mga core values na iniwan sa atin ng founder natin, yung resilience, talagang up until now, kitang-kita naman. So, because if there's no resilience, talagang kahit mahirapan tayo bounce back kapag may konting mangyari lang na hindi maganda. Pero dahil nga yung resilience ay nasa atin, talagang kahit gaano pa kahirap yan, kahit gaano ka hindi unexpected yung mga circumstances, we still get back and stand our ground. So, ayun, for me, something that I admire to nationalians, both employees man yan, students man yan, is the resilience.
That's so true. Resilience and compassion.
Yeah.
And
in addition to that, guys, kung balikan natin yung kanyang purpose, yung kanyang vision, di ba, he looked onto countrymen.
Yeah.
So, pag sinabi niya na countrymen, of course, ito yung nasa loob ng bansa. It is the Philippines. So, lagi niyang isinasama yan na tayo mga Pilipino, tayo tong makakatulong sa Pilipinas in terms of, so ano yun? Yun yung patriotism na sinasabi niya na, para sa akin kasi, hindi naman na sinasabi lang na pag sinabing patriotism, literal na talaga na marunong kang kumanta ng Lupang Hinirang, di ba? At saka yung mga law-abiding citizen ka. Kung hindi, sa sarili mo din. First, sa sarili mo. Una, as a national yan. Siguro naman, yung pinaka-basic na lang, our Enyo hymn. Tayo ba, nationalians? Kaya ba natin tong kantahin? Kaya ba nating ipakita? Alam ba natin ano ba ang laman? Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng laman ng Enyo hymn? Napakaganda ng laman ng Enyo hymn, sobra. So para sa akin guys, ito patriotism, huwag din nating kalimutan kasi ito to. Tayo mga Pilipino. Mahalin lang natin ang sarili natin. Of course, minahal na natin ang bansang Pilipinas. Kapwa natin, mahalin natin, lalabas ang integrity, be honest to yourself and to your countrymen. So, ganun ang ni founder, di ba? Kaya ito din yung pumasok sa ating core values. Ito din ang lumalabas sa core values natin. Na sana naman ito yung ating panindigan. No? Ipapakita natin na ang mga nationalians ay merong mga core values na ganito.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I admire talaga for the nationalians na kuha the integrity. Yan, si Sir na yan. Awardly siya. Diba? And then patriotism. Nandun na din yan. And then compassion. And then of course, nowadays, the innovation.
Yeah.
Hindi tayo mawawala.
Hindi mawala.
At as nasabi mo nga kanina about the research. Diba? So, kung wala tayong innovation, wala tayo na yung sa research. Okay. So, ayun. Reminders to all nationalians. We will not forget our core values.
May shock sa lahat sa GC.
Yeah. Yeah, very important our core values, guys. Lalo na ngayon, we have expansions. Dito tayo magkakaisa sa core values natin.
Right, exactly.
Do you think?
Exactly.
Yeah. Kaya dapat magtutulungan tayo. Huwag nating kalimutan na I am a part of Don Mariano's vision. Like, diba? Yes. Isa akong Pilipino na isa ako sa pinangarap ni Mariano na magiging matapat na Pilipino sa Pilipinas. Ayun.
So, it's never an accident kung bakit tayo nandito sa National University. Knowing, instilling in us kung ano yung mga core values, di ba? And it helps us. Hanggang ngayon, tinulungan tayo ni Don Mariano to become the best version of ourselves.
And how blessed are we to be in an institution that's
Yeah.
for excellence
Exactly.
every day. And the faculty, the students, athletes, everyone is striving for excellence. And it's not just for ourselves, but for the glory of the institution. So, I mean, as a nationalian also, just bouncing off to what Pam said about the hymn, I really love the part of bringing back the pride to the name on this quill. And that's exactly also what I'm trying to aim. So, yeah, that was really, really nice. So, yeah, proceeding. Yeah.
Actually, guys, bisa ito, kwentong kwentong classroom. Sometimes, kasi nagtuturo ako na Nationalian Force, sometimes, pag tinanong po yung mga estudyante, regarding with the ANU hymn, parang nahihiya sila. Sabi nga ni Sir kanina, so accidentally, hindi to, kundi, ito actually, Sir, ito ay talagang, we are guided, and this is really, I think, a God's plan.
So,
Para magising natin, no? Mga nationalian, magising kayo, guys. Tayo yung totoo talaga na magtatayo sa bandera ng Pilipinas. Magtutulungan tayo.
Guys, gising.
oo nga.
Tulong-mulong tayo. Huwag kayo tulog ng tulog. Yan.
Oh, speaking of tulog, Mac, if there's one thing naman that we all have in common, from the generation, millennials, and to us, our generation right now, is yung mga struggles talaga, like, naantok sa past.
Yeah.
Education naman, development ng NU, since all of us are from NU, right? So, maybe we can compare the education then and the education now. Let's start with blackboards and whiteboards.
Actually, guys, no. dumating ako sa ANU talaga, ang ginagamit namin ay green board. Pero social yung green board Raspberry. Social siya. Bakit ko nasabi social? May mga lines na siya, malinis siya. Alam mo yun, sir, makintat siya na may mga lines na talaga siya. Kaya ang ganda ng mga sulat ng mga tao noon na para. Oo, pantay talaga. Hindi ko maintindihan ngayon, no? Amin na lang, no? Anyway, yun yung napansin ko noon.
Tamaan ako ni Ma'am Bess.
But anyway, guys, yun, may disiplina. No? Sa writing pa lang may disiplina noong unang panahon. Sa writing pa lang yun. So maraming disiplina noong unang panahon. How about, di ko alam.
Ngayon kasi, di ba, we usually use glass boards. Actually, from whiteboard, we come up with glass boards na rin. So, pasosyal na pasosyal. Hindi na ganun kapantay ang sulat. pero maraming styles. So nade-develop yung pagiging innovative ng mga nagsusulat kasi they can just do different way of writing o sa whiteboard. Tapos yung alam mo doon pa lang sa pagsusulat na gagamit ka ng different colors of markers, 'di ba? Especially when I'm using whiteboard for me to make sure that my students able to grasp kung anong tinuturo ko, ginagamit ko ay iba't ibang uri ng kulay ng markers doon sa whiteboard.
Colorful.
So, yeah, which is nung unang panahon hindi magagawa kasi, 'di ba? Chalk gawin to short. Oo. Tapos maalikabok. Yes.
And I remember pa yung, alam mo, ang pwede namin gamitin, lapis, Mongol. Mongol. Meron pa yung jumbo.
Yeah.
Ang laki. Hindi kami pwede gumamit pa ng Mongol kasi pag, gamitin mo ay, nagturo ako ng grade 2. Yun pa talaga ang pinapagamit ko, yung jumbo na yan. Pero minsan meron na ding medyo advanced na bata. Teacher, kailangan gamitin ko Mongol na kasi kailangan maganda ang sulat ko. Anyway, hanggang konti-unti naman. Pero, nandoon pa din yung, actually sa discipline of writing, ang ganda talaga sir, no? Yung lalo pag perceive, ang ganda ng perceive writing. Kaya natutuwa ako ngayon yung sa ating mga architecture students, ang ganda ng mga sulat. I don't know in the engineering. I don't know.
Bago na.
Maganda po mga writing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yun nga.
Ito po talaga yung bago, no? Even ngayon, for example, when we do our activities in my generation, we do it online, like with our laptops, with PowerPoints. We have apps now that can really help us, like Canva. And back in your generation po, no, you do the activities. Kahit po sa generation nyo,
Wala pang Canva.
Wala pang
Yeah, there's
so,
po.
talagang, literally, you could
Speaking of that, kami noon gagawa kami. Di ba sir ngayon, PowerPoint?
Yeah.
O kami noon una pala sir, gagamit pa pala kami. Alam mo yung chart, yung Manila paper. Gawa ko niyan, Manila paper. Doon ko isusulat pag marami. Manila paper, paste ko lang yan sa green board namin. So yun yung version namin noon. And then, medyo nag-level up naman kami, yung umagamit kami ng projector, yung, anong tawag niyan? Overhead. Yan, overhead na projector, pero mahal yun. So, bihira lang pwedeng gumamit noon. Not unlike now, sir, di ba?
Yes.
Grabe, bawat room, you have projector na.
Sabi po ng mom ko, during po her time, which I believe is also your time po, no? Mahirap daw po talaga in terms, I mean, it's not as easy as now because everything is so convenient, right? Pero iba din daw po yung level ng saya dati.
Yes, of course.
Iba daw. Mas masaya daw. Would you agree with that? Or?
Yes.
Sobrang advanced yung technology. Sabi niya, iba daw yung saya kasi kahit daw ang hirap-hirap, magkakasama daw kayo ni niyo sa hirap. Imbes na like super tough daw, tawanan na daw kayo and everything.
Yes. Kasi, like for example lang guys, may mga projects kami, no? Mga projects. Ito as a student before. Pag may mga projects kami, malaking fulfillment sa amin yung nagawa namin yung project namin. Lalo pag group project, ang saya-saya at nagtutulungan kami. Nowadays, sir, I heard some students, group, ipapagawa, pero ang gumagawa ay isa lang. Dalawa lang. Pero 5 sila, member in a group. So, very unfair.
Dati po ba hindi?
Of course not. Kailangan talagang meron kaming itutulong. Hindi po pwedeng wala kami itutulong sa team, sa group namin. Kailangan meron. Ako minsan kasi medyo, di naman sa kaya ko magsulat sa chart. Yung sa Manila paper, kaya ko magsulat. Kahit malalaki na yan. O tatawagin ako, Bet, ikaw magsulat. O sige, ako na. So, talaga namang pero sa PowerPoint kayo, hindi na. Kanya na kayo, no? Isa-isa PowerPoint. Tapos may mga chart. Alam mo guys, even ngayon sa preschool, nakikita ko din sa preschool ngayon, iba na din. Talagang online talaga ang dating technology. That's innovation actually. So, hindi tayo maiiwanan dyan.
Yeah. Yun nga yung gusto ko ring i-emphasize kung mas masaya ba sa generation nila, Ma'am Beth. I think so. And I would agree. Kasi sila nung mga panahon na yon, they have to do the task in a group. Though ngayon, sa generation ko, at generation mo Raven, though it's a group, but we can always do things alone. 'Di ba? Kasi we can just do it online and you just tell your groupmate, nagawa ko na yung part ko. So, but the bonding, hindi na ganun ka-solid compared nung unang panahon that they have to do the task na magkakasama. Ngayon, hindi Pero siguro, in terms of convenience, talagang yun naman yung
template na ngayon
Yeah.
Parang isang click na lang namin. We don't even have to design. Like, ika-copy-paste na lang namin yung information. Tapos, okay.
just put the content na lang.
Put the content. And then, all good.
Yeah. Although there's an advantage that it's convenient to us, pero siguro yung saya na kasama mo yung mga kaklase mo, talagang buong kayo, all-nighter talaga gagawa.
Masaya panahon namin no kami alaging estudyante.
That's really nice. So, thank you so much for that answers. Nako, for sure, yung mga teachers, tsaka yung mga students, talagang nandun-look back na rin sa mga memories na Yes, it's better. So, we actually have a game in this podcast, and I'm very, very excited for you guys to experience. So, basically, you have to pick a certain word here. So, parang siyang raffles. Or hindi siya raffles. Tapos, when you pick the word, so basically, kailangan nyo gumawa ng isang sentence using this word. So, this is Gen Z slang. So, this is probably something, Ma'am Beth, and first is your feeling ko medyo into Pero this may be something that you're not very familiar with. But, that is what will make it more fun, okay? So, basically, kukuha ka ng isang word dito, tapos gagamitin sa ito sentence. Hi, people gets, ma'am, kailangan in policy. Okay, so, sister.
Sige.
Oh my.
Let's try. Sana alam ko. Mid. Something that's just average or disappointing.
We use that often.
Really?
Call a friend, I'm the friend. Pero
Yes.
Just try, like a sentence. Like, gumawa ka ng sentence using the word mid.
Hirap naman.
Go, resilient. Okay, guys.
Something such mid.
I'll give an example.
Okay, go.
I'll give an example.
Go.
Okay. You are so pretty, but your outfit is mid.
It's mini.
It's average. Like that. It's mid. It's middle. It's middle lang. It's not high. It's not low. It's middle. Like parang si Regina George. Parang I like your skirt. So okay, go.
You look good right now, but I think it's kinda mid. Alin? Ganun ba yun? Hindi! No! No! Sa'yo lang ako tumingin, pero it's... No. The sentence is not meant for Raven. It's... So I should be looking at the camera. I'm sorry, Raven. No, it's...
That was a good one.
Tama ba yun?
Tama, sir.
Huwag naman lang.
Pero it's not you. It's not you, Raven. It's not you.
Ako na lang.
Ma'am Beth, go up.
Tilangar. Hoy, ano ba to? Ang iyot naman. Ito na talaga ang mga generation ng Oh my gosh! The word is,
I'll help you. Stan.
Yeah.
So
To be a super fan of someone or something.
Stan.
Stan.
I know Stan.
Oh.
I know Stan. I do not know Miss.
Stan. What I know the word Stan is Stanley. The name of my brother.
That's
Stan.
Use it in a sentence.
To be a super fan of someone or something. I am stan of Superman. That's that.
Okay, if you were to
Fan, diba? Stan. So, I am stan of superhero. Superman, like that?
yeah, that's correct.
that's
Yeah!
But to be more accurate, it's I stand Superman.
I stand Superman. Sabi, I am a fan of Superman. Tama.
I
I
stand.
I stand with Butch. So cute.
Okay, so you have one last try. Make
Okay.
make
I hope
a-
nasa.
Oy, ayoko na. Ang hirap naman. Hindi ako resilient, no?
Oh, oh my goodness.
Ano yan?
Do I have to tell the word?
Sabihin mo muna yung word.
I'm deceased.
Desist?
Yeah. Do you know this?
Parang nakita ko sa TikTok. Parang sure. Okay. You try it in a sentence. What does it mean? Nakadali ba?
A hyperbolic way of saying you're laughing so hard, you can breathe.
You can't breathe.
Yeah.
Okay, actually hindi ko naman alam yung word. So, okay. Tama na to sabihin mo today.
Pwede magpumili ng isang word.
Wag na.
Ma'am,
Let's be honest.
This podcast is crazy. I'm deceased.
Grabe. Okay,
Ayoko ng ganyan. Bakit ba ang hirap niyan? Saan niyo nakukuha yan? Ganyan na talaga ngayon? Pass.
Uy, dapat di sumusuko ang mga national. Yeah.
Guys, it's your
You sell. You should exercise.
resiliency in this game. Okay. Nationalians, can you help?
Comment down below. Live pala.
What's Diloon? Ano ba yun? A short version of the rational even used playful to describe someone having unrealistic expectation or belief.
Ma'am, sabi niya, I knew it. Ibig sabihin nito.
Sir, ikaw na sir. Dali na sir. Go! Raven.
No asking for a break.
No asking. You try.
Just use it in a sentence. Delulu.
People or nationalians who are not following your core values, you are like a dilolo. Oh, is that? Mali? Ayoko.
Paano na? Mga 7 out of 10. So
7 out of 10?
Delulu,
Okay.
pero usually kasi talaga we use the term delulu. You know, sir?
Yeah, I knew it.
When you have a crush on someone.
Kami na ni Aya. Do you know Bini Aya?
Oo. Delulu ka, sir.
Kami na ni Bini.
So basically, ma'am, when something is very unrealistic.
So unrealistic?
Oo.
Yeah, I
Parang-
got
Okay,
it.
delulu is short for delusional. You're delusional.
Yeah, hindi pwedeng mangyari, pero nangarap ka. Okay.
Okay, so I guess I also have to choose.
O, Raven din.
Sabi, did I want to choose? Okay. Sus, this is easy.
Alam na lahat may
Suspicious.
Raven yan.
So basically, the word is sus. It's short for suspicious. Ma'am, you look so young. Like you're so sus. I feel like you're just 18.
Unrealistic again, that's the lolo. Oh, that's the lolo, no? Oh, that's the lolo eh.
You're sus, ma'am, ha? I feel like you're only 18. Tapos you're saying na parang tagal mo sa NU. That's so sus. I'm saying you're so sus.
That's the lolo yan. Anyway,
Okay, sige.
one more? Isa pa?
Ay, nag-enjoy si Ma'am Beth. Sige, one last round.
Isa pa?
Sige, go.
Ikaw muna, Sam.
Nag-enjoy yung mga people.
Glow up.
Ay! Ma'am, parang ikaw to.
A significant positive transformation in appearance, confidence, or style.
Ako na naman nag-i-example.
Mambet,
Ako na naman, Sam. Talagang hirap naman.
magkasabay lang tayo kanina.
Okay.
Pero kitang-kita ko ang glow up mo ngayon.
Oh,
Nilulo ka talaga.
lolo ka talaga. Ano ba yan?
Certified.
Talaga, certified dilolo si Sam.
Please wear your glow it.
Nationalians, do you agree?
Comment down nila.
Ha? Do you agree?
Oo naman, Beth. Kaya takasan mo kami. Idea mo to, ma'am. Tapos third round.
Oo nga eh. Napahirapan tuloy ako. Dapat wala na to. When something feels special, Boots is hits different from other stuffed toys around.
Wow.
Diba?
Ayun ang loyal.
Oo. Diba? Diba, Boots? O, sabihan mo sila, Boots. Oh. You're bad, Boots, ha? That's not good. Anyway. Yeah.
Butch.
Yeah, si Boots.
Actually,
Yeah, hits different. Okay, that's so
Nice,
much.
nice one.
Thank you, guys. I
You guys
learned
did
the
a
word
good
Dilolo.
job.
At least
Shout
natuto
out to the
ako.
queen.
Oo, natuto ako dun sa Dilolo na yun.
Yes. Hindi ko gagamitin na nipon sa mga salat.
Basta yung una kong sinabi, hindi para sa iyo yun.
Okay, now, we continue to the topic. That was such a fun game.
Sis, thank
But-
you.
I will speak for half of the nationalians out there. We have a question that's really, really relevant nowadays, especially ngayon na papasok na yung another term. Kada-start lang ng term.
Yeah.
Why is NU very strict with school uniforms, hair colors? Why is the institution strict about that?
Actually, guys, this is part of the discipline in the university. Diba?
Right.
And also, guys, the uniform. Alam nyo naman, sa paligid natin ngayon, meron talagang gusto lang tayong paglaruan. Diba? Gusto lang tayong sisirain. In wearing uniform is one of our identification. Lalo na yung iba, hindi pa nga nakapag, anong tawag nung sa ID na ginagawa nila ngayon, hindi pa nakapag, pa-update na kanilang ID. Tapos wala pang uniform, naka-civilian pa. So, paano mo masasabi naman na you are a bona fide student of National University? Doon pa lang, you are not a good citizen, a Filipino citizen. Bakit? You are not following the good, or you are not, what do you call this? Abiding citizen of National University, abiding student of National University. That is only, very simple lang talaga. It's a very simple problem, ang uniform.
It's teaching us to follow.
Yes. From this, you must know how to follow simple rules. Yes. And then, you must know also, guys, how to respect. Kasi, simple rules lang ng university. Respect mo kasi kasama ka naman dyan. Nandyan ka eh. Right. Diba? Gusto magiging part of the family. Gusto mo ba yun na family ka nga pero swail ka naman ng family, na member of the family? So, hindi. Diba? Kasi we are good followers. Nationalians are good followers. Right. Yan. Kaya, kunting tiyaga lang yan. Yung uniform, ako nga guys, nung nasa college ako, talagang mahirap dun sa school namin dahil may color kami ng shoes, may design yung gaano kahaba yung aming skirts, yung aming tie, and then the blouses, yung design, merong ganun dito. Andyan na lang eh. 'Di ba? Bilhin mo na lang and then you wear it na. So, napaka dali lang yan. Hindi siya dapat problemahin ang uniform. So, pag pinag-uniform tayo, sunod lang.
Yes.
Okay. And then also guys, the ID, no? In addition na lang, yung ID, minsan ay nakakita ako ng mga students, no? Na nagsusuot ng lace. Tama ba, sir? Yung ID lace na hindi naman sa NU. Yung sa iba.
Sa next school.
Oh, sa ibang school. Guys, simple respect. Marami yan. Marami ako nakikitang ganyan. Respeto lang. Sorry ha, kasi ako nang talaga ako na
Meron nakalagay, anti-Charles Jack Roberto University.
Naninita talaga ako ng estudyante. Even guys, in our student athletes, ito, idadagdag ko na lang. Student athletes, intindihan ko naman kung saan kayo nanggagaling na schools. Pwede ba wag nating isuot yung mga jersey natin from the past schools? Okay? In due respect to the university. Kasi kayo pa naman yung mga role model ng ating school. Kaya, sundin nyo. Meron namang binibigay sa inyo na pang training na jersey. Yun na isuot nyo.
Let's talk about resilience from then up to now. I want to start with Sir Herbert. What do you think about the youth now? I think kasi now we're very open, even online. Our voices, we're now taking stands in what we think is right. Yeah, and we're very vocal about our stance, our beliefs, our culture. So what do you think talaga is the major trick or one thing about even not nationalians, the youth now, na you really admire when it comes to resilience?
It's in general, the youth today is very vocal. Tama naman yung sinabi mo na they kasi given that all the information are readily available, you go to the credible sources, okay? So not just nakita ko sa TikTok, nakita ko sa Facebook. No, you go to the credible sources, then you can see the exact circumstances that is currently happening in the Philippines. So I think that's one of the advantage of the youth today, that since the information is readily available, they are it's easy for them to voice out their stance to this their position in terms of this problem or kung ano man yung circumstances na hinaharap currently ng bansa. So I think one thing na talagang nagpo-push doon sa mga youth today to speak, it's because they are really affected sa kung ano yung nangyayari sa paligid. So, di ba, mas nakakapagsabi tayo kapag naaapektuhan na tayo. So, I think dahil nakikita ng maraming kabataan ngayon yung problem sa bansa natin, they are not afraid to speak. So, whether it's online, in a classroom setup, they will really share it in the class once the instructor tells or asks them kung ano yung gusto nilang gawin, gusto ba nilang makatulong sa bansa, they will really tell you na talagang ito po yung gusto kong gawin, ito yung gusto kong gawin after I graduate, gusto kong makatulong sa bansa, gusto kong magamit tong degree na to help the younger generations. Talaga sasabihin nila yon kasi they feel it firsthand kung ano yung mga problema and they want to contribute sa solutions na dun sa
Dahil open na po yung information to us,
sobrang laki ng
Now, open na siya, we are now able to see what happened in the past, to read.
Yes.
And I think although a lot of people, especially the older generation, sees a lot of disadvantage in it, and of course there are naman talaga, I see the beauty in it talaga because, well, going back, kabataan ng Pil-asa ng Bayan, and now we're actually slowly moving forward to a movement to better the Philippines. It's not just, you want something for ourselves, because if you would read talaga post, there are a lot of youth talaga that's really concerned about the Philippines, the nation, and they want a better Philippines, a better nation. And I just love the fact na when we talk about resilience, there are really youth, even nationalians, who respects whatever is happening. The government respects everything, but at the same time knows when and how to speak the truth. And I think that's really beautiful po talaga. Kasi we're changing cultures. I mean, we've seen how difficult it was from the past, yung mga nangyari, the things that has happened in the past. I'm not sure if I'm going to say. I'm not going to say. But yeah, I think just bouncing off to what you said, that's the definition na of resilience now in our generation. We're very vocal, we're very active, and we're not afraid to be silenced.
Yeah. And alam mo, one of the good traits right now of Nationalians is they know how and when to speak.
Right.
Yeah. That's very important. Na hindi lang palagi tayo kasi may gusto pang sabihin.
Right.
No. Nationalians know when and how to speak. You can just scan the different recognized student organizations. They know when to post the rights of demands. Yes, exactly. Yung yung pagiging socially aware ng mga estudyante sa loob ng NU, that's part of patriotism, resilience, integrity. Yung core values talaga tina-uphold.
Especially with my course, communication, we have amazing professors talaga that will really help you in terms of, because sa amin kasi we're in the media, right?
Yeah.
And I love how our professors actually helps us rather than, silencing us na parang, oh no, don't say that. And they're also not the type na parang, yeah, say that. They teach us, again, when is the right time to speak and to make sure everything is credible and to make sure na it's ethical.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love the professors of National University for that because they are also very well equipped. They also know how to teach the students, especially in today's age. So, Meth, no, this is how we define resilience now in today's generation. If we were to go back to your generation, what is resilience and how would you connect that? Ano ba yung in common natin, even though we're from different generations? What's something that we have in common from the past and up to now?
Ang hirap naman. Anyway, in Filipino, when we say resilient, ito yung matatag. Ang pagkamatatag mo. So, ang isang nasyonal yan, pag sinabing ikaw ay matatag, ibig sabihin you are strong, no? You are strong na harapin kung ano man ang meron kang hinaharap. So, sa panahon namin, guys, yung mga challenges namin, ang dami. But then, we are very strong to face, kaya nandito kami sa panahon ngayon. Okay?
That's right.
So, ito, nakita-kita tayo. Kung hindi kami resilient noon ng panahon, bahala kayo dyan. So, iniwanan na kayo. Okay? So, to connect this time, marami pa, no? Marami ding...
Something in common.
Yeah, meron talaga. Sa panahon ngayon, yun yung, go lang tayo. Kaya natin to. Huwag tayong umalis, huwag tayong umiwas. 'Di ba? Huwag nating iwanan. Sama-sama tayo. Tama, Seth, 'di ba?
Oo. And to add to that, I think if I'm going to connect yung past at saka yung present din, both generations kasi meron talagang battles na nilalaban eh.
Right.
So, merong nilaban at nilalaban pa.
Yes.
So, yung past, it's a different battle. Sila, yung mga talagang nag-survive sa different talaga historical events like World War II, like EDSA Revolution, talagang pinagdaanan ng mga past nationalities, yes. And even yung buong mga Pilipino. Right now, we're dealing with different battles, silent battles, invisible battles, lalo sa mga estudyante ngayon na they are actually very, very rampant ngayon ang mga mental health problems, right? Yung mga financial struggles kasi nakikita naman natin ngayon na mas ang hirap ng mabuhay na kasi grabe rin yung cost of living din na hindi naman din tayo pantay-pantay ng estado sa buhay. Alam mo yan, those battles, despite na magkaiba, pero parehang nagpapakita ng resilience. So, I think,
Right.
from the very beginning, from Don Mariano's dream, going to surviving yung mga historical events na pinagdaanan natin, pinagdaanan ng mga nationalyan noon, up until the present, na iba naman yung battles ngayon, parehas pa rin nagpapakita ng grit, parehas pa rin ipinapakita yung
Right.
resilience.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Would you like to add on to that?
Actually, guys, yung pag sinabi mo kasing resilient, ito, nasa personal din natin to no? Nasa atin talaga to, yung kung kaya talaga natin. Kaya nga, sometimes ako sinasabi ko sa mga estudyante na, Ma'am, alam mo, ang hirap ng ganito. Guys, kaya natin to.
Cool.
Diba? Kaya natin to. Mas nadaanan ko ang hirap noon kaysa hirap nyo ngayon. Kung i-compare, sabi ko nga, minsan, pag naglulukuhan kami sa mga students ko, yung hirap nyo ngayon, wala pa yan sa nadaanan kong hirap noon. Yung ito na lang sa physical, yung sa natin, sa paligid natin. Dati ang inyo guys, kunting ulan lang, tubig niyan dito na. Ngayon wala na kayo madaan ng tubig na hanggang tuhod. Kasi ang ganda na, di ba? Pero pag kunting ulan, reklamo, may klase agad kahit ulan. May klase pa, hindi pa suspended. Nakuha niyo yung noon walang ganun. pupunta at pupunta ang estudyante sa eskwelahan kasi may klase siya. Okay? Pero ang dadaanan nila tuhod, ang baha. That's the difference noon at saka ngayon. Ngayon, reklamo na agad. Pero, susunod naman. Yun naman ang thankful ko. Nagsasalita nga, pero susunod naman. No? Very good naman sila doon. Pero sana maalis na lang yung reklamo.
Yung perspective talaga sobrang magkaiba, no? Kasi ngayon talagang ang mga estudyante talagang, alam mo, they really consider sa pati mga pinakamaliliit na bagay na may konting inconvenience, they really voice out talaga, no, na they're not afraid to tell na baka pwede namang i-cancel na lang yung class, ganyan, kasi ganito. Pero makikita rin naman natin na kasi magkaiba din naman talaga yung setup noon.
Lalo na ngayon, parang the youth kasi we're practicing democracy and owning our voice, right? So in the outside world, we'll be able to actually raise our voice and create change. And I think just bouncing off to what you said, Puno, iba-iba po talaga tayo ng panahon, iba-iba ng pinaglalaban, pero pare-parehas tayo.
Uniform. You have uniform values of resiliency.
That's so true.
Tama yun.
We are so happy po to have you in this podcast. We're so blessed to have you. And I'm sure our nationalians also have learned a lot. Ako, ang dami ko natutunan talaga ng new things about Don Mariano. Grabe. And I think, ako personally, I was inspired not only by the institution itself, but how humble our leader is. And I think just, recognizing that, we'll be able to really make him as our example and be a better human being, a citizen for our country, a true quorum being a nationalian.
Yes.
So, yeah, thank you so much. Would you like to add on something?
Gusto ko lang i-share sa mga nationalian right now, wherever we go, let's just continue to uphold yung core values, yung in-instill sa atin ng institution. Yes. So, kasi kahit saan tayo magpunta, kung yun yung lagi nating dala, will always be looked up by other people.
That's so true. Beautifully said. Butch.
Yeah. Boots, what can you say? Anyway, guys, same lang. Huwag nating kalimutan, guys, yung ating always nating baunin sa buhay natin everyday. Bahay, eskwelahan, lakwatsa, kung ano man, yung core values natin. Importante yun. Para naman, guys, ito yung magiging guide mo day to day. And then, do not forget also, guys, to pray. Of course, you have to believe in God. Kasi kung hindi mga God's believer ang ating mga past, for sure din ako, guys, siguro naman baka wala na rin ang NU ngayon. Kasi the family, ito in addition to the family, most likely si Doña Miguela, yung the wife, the founder, she's a very devoted Catholic or Christian. So, sumusunod sila until now. So, don't forget also, guys, to believe in God. No? Kung ano man yung paniniwala natin sa faith natin, let's continue for that. And do not forget also with ulitin ko na naman, yung core values talaga, grabe. Babaunin nyo at babaunin buong buhay. Nag-umpisa kayo sa inyo, kung alam nyo man ang core values o hindi, aalis kayo sa inyo, mamumuhay kayo after sa inyo, core values pa din. Okay? So, thank you, Miss Raven.
Thank you. And you know, Ma'am, but we will definitely need your guidance pa talaga. So, thank you so much for guiding the NU community, for guiding us. And we really appreciate you as someone who has been in NU for, again, as long as you can remember, as long as we can remember. So, thank you so much for being there. And of course, before we end, we're gonna do something that's really iconic because you're iconic and you're like our main character here. You're gonna do our last fishbowl.
No.
Sige naman.
Ayoko na.
Request na mga fans mo.
Ayoko na. Oy, tumahimik kayo. Ayoko na.
At this month, tapos we'll end this. Magka-cut na si Direk. Sige naman.
Dilolo na nga lang.
Last na, ma'am.
Oh, sir, dalawa kami ni Sir, ha? Oh, Sir, help.
To end this. Sige, si Sir muna.
Sige, Sir mo na.
Bawal tumingin. Para yung reaction mo later, maka-video.
I do not know the word.
Okay.
The word is Riz.
Oh, okay.
Short for charisma, the ability to charm or flirt someone.
Please.
Riz. I haven't used that in a sentence. I haven't said that. Pero that's Actually, parang ginagamit ka ng mga mas younger generation. Yeah.
Okay. So, Ma'am Beth, it's your turn.
No, you have to, no?
Bakit parang hirap nito?
Gusto na matapos na yung podcast.
Maaga pa naman, sis. Sige lang, go. Ang hirap kasi. Bakit naman kasi ganito?
You got me. You have this reason.
That's also, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah? Is that correct?
Yeah, you got the riz, bro.
Yeah.
Hoy. Life,
Hindi ka papayag doon. Siyempre, hindi ka papayag. Nakalo ko noon.
bakit naman ganun, sir?
Kaya mo yan, ma'am. Itaguyod mo.
1, 2, ready?
Itaguyod? Saan ang galing yan?
Tagalog. Sige. Pangalan ko to eh.
Bet. Okay, bet.
Okay. Madali.
Oo.
Madali.
Ano ba?
Okay. I bet you're...
Hindi.
Ano?
Ganun.
Ano?
What's the meaning ko ba?
An enthusiastic agreement similar to for sure or okay.
Okay. Hindi ba yung bet na naisip ko? Okay, sige, go.
Sige. I bet you. Parang ganun. Okay. So parang he suggests something and then isasagot ko na lang yung I bet.
Like,
Parang,
bet
ko to.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like to for sure. Okay.
So, yung,
Sa iba naman yon yung
Ma'am,
bet ko
sabihin
to.
mo, ano?
Iba din yon. Pero this one, ang
Yeah,
ibig
yeah,
niya sabihin, hindi eh.
parang yun.
yan na po yun.
Similar to for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
Parang
I like
parang
you.
coffee. Bet ko yan. Ganun.
Coffee tayo. Okay. I bet your suggestion. Okay. Diba? I bet your suggestion.
So, yan po yung nakuha natin, no?
Ba't parang ang hirap naman? Direct, ang hirap dito, direct
Thank you so much for tuning in for our episode today. We are so happy that you guys actually watched the whole thing. Thank you so much. And of course, thank you to our very loving, resilient, and compassionate guest that we have right now. Thank you for walking us to the past
Thank you,
of
and
NEOB.
welcome. You're always welcome.
And guys, yeah. Yun lang. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.